direction do I go? Let's see, we're live. Hey, Facebook.
It's Winning Wednesday, y'all. How are you doing? It's sunny California.
Yes. Who's going to join us today? Let us know if you come on. Can't post comments, Facebook profiles. I don't even know what that means, but okay. We're on comments right now. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. Say hi if you join us. Say hi and then tell us your name, because I don't know what's up with Streamer lately and why we can't see people's names if you do comment, but let us know if you're here. I wanted to come on here and talk about what I posted this morning. And for those that don't know me, I'm Chandra Brooks. I am founder of the Powerhouse Academy and the Powerhouse Women. And my expertise is helping women leave their 9-to-5 for full-time entrepreneurship. I did it. Leena has done it. Shireen has done it. Who else has done it recently? Latoya. So the Powerhouse kind of sets you up for that. Gets you build your confidence, right? And connections and resources and strategy to set you up for that. Hi, Maria. Hi, Erica. Who is that? Oh, okay. That's Mama Crystal. Hi. Hi, everybody. So that's who I am. Leena, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Leena Mendoza. I'm the founder of Intentional Leadership, and I'm super honored to be here with Chandra today. Also my coach. She is also the TED Talk expert and Silicon Valley's top 100 or top women of influence. And so I state that because I think you have to know who's in front of you. It's very important. And so we are very, very inspired and encouraged and relentless when it comes to helping women become entrepreneurs, because it's your right, it's your opportunity, and you just have to seize the moment. So it's definitely COVID-19, but your pocketbook doesn't have to have a pandemic. So let me just put that out there. You can roll with the homies if you would like, but you have to have strategies and solutions, and you have to have heart and hustle, but it doesn't have to be hard work. And so it can be easy. So I learned that through the Powerhouse. I thought, man, I got to work hard. I'm Mexican and Asian, I got to. And I realized I'm like, I actually don't. I have to be strategic, but I don't have to work hard. And then I get to use all my expertise and use it for the greater good. And I put a price point on that. So there you go.
Yeah. So I wanted just to come on here and talk about that because, I had a few people comment and they said, okay, I'm listening. I want to know more. How do I do this? Because I see so many women, and just FYI, me and Leena are leading a Boss Lady class in partnership with Renaissance Entrepreneurship Center starting tomorrow. We meet with them once a month for 6 months and help them build their business plan strategy to make sales, to market, and to learn how to pitch to investors. So we are doing that starting tomorrow. So we're here today prepping for that, and that's why we're together. And we said, let's go live and talk about what I posted earlier, because we also see this. We see a lot of people that are, even people, not just women, are running a business, a side hustle, and they want it to be their full-time income, right? They want to work for themselves, but they're just kind of dibbling and dabbling and doing it on the side, but they haven't figured out how to make enough money for it to replace their full-time income, right? Because they don't know, right? Or they have a business idea and they have no strategy on how to replace their full-time income and feel confident enough to finally leave their job, right? And replace an income. So I know, Leena, you did it, right? Talk about like how scary that was, but what you had to put in place in order to make that happen.
It was very scary. And so I made over 6 figures. And so not made as a past tense, because it's the past tense. And so let me just say that. So imagine, so when people go, oh, you know how much I make 50,000. I'm like, try double, tripling, and quadrupling that for other people. And the reason why I say that is because it doesn't matter what you make. You have to make more than that, right? And you deserve more than that. So if you continue to shortchange your dreams, you're going to shortchange your own pocketbook. So if you make $50,000, it's not only just replacing that income, you're going to double that income. I really want to encourage you to start thinking that on a big picture. Because when you work for yourself, it's just a different ballgame. You don't put a cap on yourself. Your job puts a cap on your income. Do not put a cap on your own income.
Yeah.
And so it's beautiful and it's awesome. And so you have to have a belief system So it's do or die, right? Like I'm going to make it happen, and you have to be very, very strong. And so, and you have to do it afraid. And so, was I afraid? I was like, oh, I was hella afraid. It was hard to be like, bye, Felicia, when I had, my benefits.
I remember you used to call me. Yeah,
yes, I was like, do I get to get another job? And it is scary. So I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, very scared. Like, and
did you ever think about like getting going to work for like Uber or something?
Well, not quite Uber, but I knew that wasn't stress. I don't think so. If I were to go work at a grocery store, I think I can push some carts and put the little bags and I was like, I could do that. It's not stressful. And so I did apply for a couple of corporate jobs, and I didn't hear
when you left your
back.
job, when you were going to start entrepreneurship, got scared.
Like about a month into it.
Yeah,
I did that. And so I was like, okay, because that's the truth of it. But the thing is that you have the option, right? So understand, if things don't work out the way they should, you have tons of choices. And so I did that, but then like everything switched right after that. So I did at the same time. So I hustled my business. Right, hustle doesn't mean working hard, but it means like putting things in motion. And then I did apply for some, and then everything just worked out. And then Chandra was like, "You got it. You got to go hard in the paint, not hard to the paint or in the paint.
hard in the paint.
And so I was like, I got to paint something. I don't know what I got to paint." And I was like, "Oh man, she's right." And then I'm like, "Why am I thinking this is so hard?"
Yeah,
and it was awesome.
Once you have a plan, though, right? When we talked about. And this is why I thought it was good for you to do this live with me, because I remember when she did it, and she was sometimes would freak out like, Chandra, how do you do this? Because I don't know. I need to make at least this much money.
Right.
And I said, okay, well, that's easy. let's think about it. Okay. Yeah. If you have a program, well, you know what? I'm going to come back to that in a second. So I want to give some steps to people that are running side hustle businesses, or, want to replace their side hustle with their full-time income. And they want to work for themselves. They just don't have a strategy. So the first thing, you have to believe in that product and in yourself. So you have to build your confidence. You have to build your confidence to know that, like, by any means necessary, I can make this happen. And I believe in this product or service so much that I'm going to sell it every day, all day. Right. And not have a hesitation in it. Because it's a service. You're doing them a favor by providing it to them. You're not like selling them crap.
Right.
Whether it's a service or a product.
Right.
You are giving them some quality support or a product. So you have to believe in it like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Right. Absolutely. And then if you can believe in that, then you can sell your thing all the time with no problem. Right. Once you get some sales strategy, you won't feel guilty. You won't feel weird. You feel confident enough to sell and do it. So I think that first you got to believe. That's number one. You got to believe in your product and service, and love it. A lot of people sign up like for some multi-level marketing stuff. They don't really love and they don't believe. Right. So they're just doing it because somebody told them you can make a lot of money this month, every month, extra money on the side. So they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to, and I'm not talking down on any of these multi-level marketing. What I'm saying is that you got to do what you love. If you love eyelashes, if you love insurance, if you love credit repair, then you do it. You got to love it though, and believe it in 100% to sell it. Right. So if you do, then you do. Right. And you can go hard in the paint and make it happen. But sometimes people don't. Right. They don't love their side business. They don't really love it. It's something to do and something somebody signed them up to do. But it doesn't mean that they're going to really be able to sell it as much, right? Because when we are passionate and love something, we talk about it all the time. Think about when you're in a relationship, right? When you're so in love and it's a new relationship, you're like, oh, my man, he's so wonderful. And he does this for me. You're talking about it all the time because you love him. You love him or her. Just like a business, you love it so much. You're getting results with you love the product. You just can't stop talking about it, because you know how wonderful it is. Absolutely. So that's important. So you must believe, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to believe in yourself. And so, because they're going to tell you like, you are crazy. So I had a few people who were like, you're going to go full time during COVID-19? And I'm like, everything I have done, people handed me a poo-poo platter, handed me drama. And they were like, here, like I did foster care. They handed me the worst case, I worked in a prison, handed me the worst situation. So I've always been, so I'm like, this is right. They said, are you in the eye of the storm? I'm like, no, I'm the storm. Like, you just got to do it. And so, but you have all the tools and techniques for you. You've been through this before. You've been through worse before.
Yeah.
So you'll figure it out.
So you must believe. And another, you have to have a plan. Like I said earlier, you have to have a plan. So if you have a product or service, okay, look at how much that costs, right? Before every month, like the week or two before every month, you have to sit down and do your numbers. How many of those things do I have to sell, right, to make $10,000, $15,000 for the month? Whatever your income is at your full-time job, $5,000 a month. How many of those do I have to sell? Run your numbers and know, okay, do I have to sell 10? Do I have to sell 15 in order to do that? And then you create a marketing plan to do it, right? If you have to go live every day, your ass goes live every day to sell, right? Because you just never know. One client last week, she goes, I went live, Chandra. I think you might know what you're doing. I went live and I got a sale. And she never goes live. But she's like, you must be right. It's true. If you go live, you market your stuff, you talk about your stuff, you build your authority in the topic and in the product, people are going to buy from you. You know, you show them a good product. There's people, you never know who's watching. You never know who needs you. So it's important that you have a plan. So like I said, figure out, okay, I have an item for $1,000. Say I have a $1,000 service. I need to sell that to 10 people if I want to make $10,000. See, 10 doesn't sound too scary, right? It's 10. I only have to find 10 people, and you're marketing to millions of people on social media, right? Millions of people are on social media every day, right? So how consistent are you marketing yourself? It's so important. Right? A lot of people drop their product or make a post about their product and then they run away for a week. They said, I did it last week. I posted my product last week. Well, that ain't gonna work. If you are in business, you have to market and sell every day. Do you agree?
Absolutely. And so some people, I think, are also worried about COVID-19. Initially, when it started out, I want to be courteous. And so business is not about being courteous, but it is about talking to the problem. So you want to, remind people. So you hear, I will say, wash your hands, be safe, wear a mask, so forth, right? And so do the things that you're supposed to do for COVID-19, and then you have to still power through because you got to get paid, right? You got to pay your bills. And so you don't see the commercial stopping. They're saying, oh, I don't want Chandra. I want Chandra to be safe, and so we're not going to offer her any commercials. No, they have to offer commercials. What did the commercials start doing, right? The cars. They're like, hey, we'll bring it to your house.
Right.
We got you. We're in safe environment, right?
They adjusted.
Like, oh, right. Everybody adjusted. I think out here it's called airport appliance. And so they will, hey, we'll bring it to you. What do you need to be more comfortable? And I mean, I love the commercials. Living Spaces, they did that too. They're like, now that you're more at home, speak to the problem. When you're an owner, speak to the problem. Some people, what do I do? There's a problem. Speak to the problem. And then, now we have Black Lives Matter, right? Some people are afraid to how to say things. Say that. I don't know what to say. My prayers and wishes are with you. My prayers and thoughts are with you during this time. And then talk about your product and your service. And so shows that you have compassion, that you have empathy. But you don't walk around it and ignore it, because when they say, hey, what'd you do? And you don't have an answer, then you haven't led your company well. And then you'll be one of the, just like the large corporations that are addressing.
That are getting hit by it because they're not addressing this critical issue in America right now, right? Every company should be addressing this and making a statement about it. And so we know where they stand with this issue. So like Leena's saying, don't hide from situations, right? A lot of people hid during COVID and said, oh, I don't want to sell. People don't have money. People were buying through COVID. My company flourished. PayPal even called me to make sure I was okay. They were like, are you okay? Because, you did really great in the month of May. So that, people still needed me, right? People were still needed support. So don't hide, because there's opportunity there. People need your product. People need your service. Just like she said, the big corporations, McDonald's, Burger King, they didn't stop selling, right? They adjusted everybody got to go through drive-through now. They adjusted, right? Nobody stopped shopping. Exactly. Everybody's shopping on Amazon. So why do you as a small business have to sacrifice and have to hide? Because of what's going on in the world. You shouldn't have to do that. So, you need to handle your business like a Fortune 500 company. You need to run your business like that and not hide and not say, I'm not worthy of having sales during crucial times in America. You have to take care of your family. We all have to take care of our families. So as business owners, if you're not in business, you're still going to work. You're still making an income. So we as business owners still have to sell. But I've never been worried like during this time because I've been social activist and doing this work already. So I don't need to prove myself to anybody and say anything because I was doing that before it became popular these last couple of weeks about being a social entrepreneur. I've been doing that. So, you gotta, now people understand, like with business, you have to give back to your community. You have to support your community in that way. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm just gonna go on a tangent. So the first thing you got to believe, right? The second thing, you have to make a plan. 2 weeks before every month, I suggest to have a plan. How much do I have to sell next week? Okay, this is my marketing plan. I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to post about how my testimonials of my clients, right? So it's good to post your testimonials, show people what you provide and how you've helped other people become successful, right? So that's another way to post. You can teach something about your product or service. Give of service so people can see your expertise. So people know, oh, okay, she might know what she's talking about, or I want some of that product. I've been needing that. Okay, let me call them. Right. We assume people know what we have, but they don't. So you got to have a plan, an income plan. You got to know how many you need to sell next month to make it. And then you make it happen. And ever since I started doing that, when I just had a goal and I said, okay, I'm going to make $20,000. I'm going to make $20,000 this month. I knew how many spots of Powerhouse Academy I had to sell. Right. I knew how many one-on-ones that I had to sell, how many consulting contracts I had to get in that month in order to make it happen.
I just understand this. So I was a college professor. They do the same thing. So if there's a low amount of students, you think they hold a class for 2 students? No, they have to hold, right? They don't necessarily advertise, and if there's too many students, or the students are busting out of the seams, right? Too many 30 plus students in a class, what they do? Add another class. So that's the problem you want to have, is too many clients. So, you have to have an aim, because this is the program you design. If you're selling maybe a classroom or a module, then you have to have 5 students, or you have 3 students, and so it depends on what your goals are. But it's really about what you deliver, and being very strategic in your plan. And so I tell Chandra all the time, be a great inviter. People want to be invited into your program. They're kind of shy. Do you think I was scared to talk to Chandra? I mean, it says Chandra Brooks, TED Talk expert. I'm like, I've always wanted to be on a TED Talk. I need to know that lady. I'm not. When I see something and I want it, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So was I scared? Sure, but I made sure my work provided me to allow me to go to training in San Jose. I was tired as hell after that training. I literally laid down. I'm pretty sure I had my big old 5-inch heels on, laid down flat, right? So Chandra can see me putting my feet out right here. And I was like, okay, I took a nap for 30 minutes because I wanted to be ready to meet this TED Talk expert. And I was and I'm nervous when I get in a crowd. So I'm like, talking to everybody. And I brought my notebook. I'm like, oh no. And then I invited my friend Mary, and she didn't have a notebook. And I was like, it's okay. We got a notebook. We take notes. You want to go to the next level, you must absolutely take notes on what people say and copy that. Do exactly what they're telling you. And so when Chandra's talking to you about marketing and having a plan, and it sounds crazy because you're used to someone paying you a $5,000 check. But what if you had a class, right? Just a simple concept, and you had a 5-week training, and then you chart whatever modules or whatever you're teaching, and then it's maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and then an hour, and it's a very important content, and you charge them just $1,000. You just replace your income, except for per
person,
right? And so plus, but if you got paid $5,000, you actually only get paid about $2,500, $3,000 because Uncle Sam, he comes collect. So it's a little bit different. You actually get the whole $5,000. You do have to pay taxes at some point, but it's a different strategy.
So you got to have a marketing plan, right? So you have an income goal plan. So put a number on it every month, and then figure out how many units or how many people you have to enroll or whatever it is, whatever you're selling. Put a number on it, okay? And you do it, and you just go hard. You figure it out. You make time every day in your business to make it work. You have to put time in every day. You can't just dibble dabble in a business. You have to put time and dedication. And the other thing, like after you're doing all that marketing and people are reaching out to you, are you following up with people that are interested in your product or service? You have to do follow-up. Who are making comments on your lives that saying, oh, I want that. I want some of that. Or how can I order that? You got to follow up with people. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to wait for her to inbox me. No, you inbox them. You like, I seen that you're interested in what I'm doing. You know, you want some more information, or let's get you signed up, let's get you booked, whatever. You have to be relentless and you have to go after your customers. You cannot wait for customers to land in your lap. Some are going to.
How many of you gone to Best Buy? Do they just let you go look around? No. Hi, ma'am. How can I help you? You need help? Right? Be a great inviter. Offer help. Hey, Erica, I noticed you liked a couple comments, and you're like, well, people are following you for a reason, right?
Right.
Because they have nothing else to do, right? And so understand that, right? So be like Best Buy and be like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Is there something specific you're looking for? They do that at car lots too.
Yeah.
Right.
Same customer service, sales techniques you have to use in a small business, whether you're selling an eyelash, whether you're selling jewelry, whether you're selling insurance, credit repair, whatever. It's still the same type of concept with sales and marketing. You have to be able to put yourself out there. You have to tell people about it, right? How many times do we hear about McDonald's, about Coke, we are so immune to it. We don't even realize how much we hear about those things. Right. So, a lot of people say, oh, I'm scared to go live every day and tell people about what I do. I don't want to get on people's nerves. Nobody's inboxing you telling you you're getting on their nerves, I'm sure, right? That's all your internal worry. So you got to get rid of that internal worry and your want of success, and to help your family thrive and build a business with unlimited income has to be more than your ego, right? It has to be more. That want for that has to take over and override that ego, because our ego is worried about what people think, worried about what people have to say, thinking people are going to not like it, or people, nobody's going to inbox you and say that's trash, right? Unless they're a jerk. And if they're a jerk, you need to delete them off your Facebook anyway.
Do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor and get rid of them.
Absolutely.
But it's all our internal insecurities.
Right.
And the thing that I had to do is build my confidence, right? In order to sell, in order to build my business, you have to build your confidence. And I think that's one thing why I've always had a coach from the beginning, right? You had a coach, you had me before you even left your full-time job. I had a coach before I left my full-time job. So I felt like I was ahead of the game, because some people go at it without support, or somebody that has done it before. They don't get the help that they need. So they're spinning their wheels trying to figure it out over and over, figuring out, let me try it this way. Let me watch this free video. Let me watch this free course. Let me do this. Let me do that. And they don't never invest in a coach that is invested in them. Because if you invest in a coach, they're invested in you because you've invested in financially. Now I'm gonna give you a service. But if you have a mentor, they love you, but they're not invested financially in you.
Right.
So they're not going to give you time and energy like an invested coach would, right? And you learn from them. Learn from my mistakes, right? That's why it's so important. And then you borrow the confidence from your coach as well sometimes, because I know with all my clients, Powerhouse Academy, I'll be like, girl, you're an expert. Okay, are you kidding me?
Right.
You go on there and sell this, or you build this and promote yourself, but I have to pump them up for that. Right, for a while, but you have to do it for a little while, and then once you get that coaching and support and that confidence that you borrow from your coach, then you can take it on your own. Right. But you have to believe.
So understand that. So when you pay for something, so when people ask me how much does it cost, I immediately want to change those terms, because understand, when you work with me, this is not paying for something, and so the reason why is because I have a specific outcome for you, right? So when you hire Chandra, you hire her as a coach, she has a price point, right? So whatever her price point, you're going to make 50, 100, 150,000 right out the gate. I know, because I'm that person. I'm proof. I'm your receipt. So
if you do everything I say, though, right? You got to do it. And you are one of those people that, oh, you said do it, I'm going to go do it.
Well, I want to make money, so I
know. So well, I'm saying on top of that, you want to make money, but you also listen.
Yeah.
Well, you also implemented everything.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not just speaking out of my ass.
Right.
Yeah. I've done it, so I'm trying to teach you guys how to do it. But you got to do it. If you don't do it, then it ain't going to happen. So not everybody's going to get those results, but you're getting those results because you did it. You know, I mean, she's been able to make your income back, right? More. You've been able to make your income back more a month than what she was making with a full-time job.
Don't feel bad for me.
Yeah. Poor Leena. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
I just need to wear a mask.
Right. and we're not social distancing right now. Sorry, but I don't know what to say sorry to, but anyway, but we just wanted to give tools on here to talk about that, you know, because it's not as hard as you thought it was. Once I knew I could make as much money as I wanted to, and I didn't have to, I wasn't worried about going back to a job making $4,000 or $5,000 a month, that I could make $20,000 to $30,000 a month on my own genius and my own ideas. Once I seen that, I could never turn back. Right.
So you see Veronica, she's saying it's a long-term investment. Veronica's a part of our powerhouse and she's an attorney. So think about the time you went to college. Was it 100,000? You know, when you go to Stanford, it's 250, 260,000. That's an investment, right? And so the outcome that you make, also the decisions you make. So not even just the monetary, like when you invest in yourself in that way, in education, it doesn't mean college, you have a different expectation on life. Like I believe I will not wait for 5 minutes for a doctor because I pay you to work for me. So I don't believe I should wait. And they tell me, we will not make you wait because I work with people like that, right? And so the reason why I say this is because when you work with Chandra, not only do you make more money, right? You understand a different framework and a higher expectation for yourself. And you wouldn't have that if you don't have somebody coaching you in the corner. You will be okay with, and no disrespect to paparazzi, I know because I used to sell jewelry, I sold Cookie Lee. So you're okay with that $600 to $1,000. You're okay with only, hitting that. But what if you can make that in an hour? And I kid you not, in an hour, what you made in that little side hustle. So that's why I recently said, what you made in a year, you'll make in a month. What you make in a month, you'll make in one day. And it is that simple, but you have to make the decision to transition over to the other side, to entrepreneurship, and stop being afraid and just do it anyways. Because being afraid and being stuck, it will keep you there. So, don't think about it. Do make this investment, do it, and it'll change you will totally change everything in your life, because now you realize, like, I'm hella worth it. And when you realize that, your kids live different, your family lives different.
Okay, Erica said, I'm not even done with Powerhouse and life is changing. Yeah,
you deserve it.
And that was my whole thing. I just want to change lives. And once I was been able to see that I can, with my gifts and my talents, and I really feel like my gift is seeing your genius and your talent before you do, where I can say, girl, no, this is what you need to be doing. And this is what you need to create, because you've been doing this for 20 years and you're an expert at it. So this is what you can teach.
Right.
And people are like, really? I can? Yeah, you can.
Right.
And this is how you make it into a business.
Right.
So a lot of people are not that confident in that, right? I know I wasn't, I had my coach was like, girl, look at your resume. Come on now. And I was like, oh, I can charge that? And she was like, yeah, you can. But I had to prove it to myself. And it takes coaching. I'm telling you, I stay with a coach or two in my pocket constantly, because even the coach needs a coach, right? I'm always up leveling. I'm always taking it to the next level, because I want my clients to come with me.
Right.
I'm trying to bring them to the next level. I'm not trying to stay dormant. I'm not trying to stay at, a certain amount of money. I want to keep going. Why can't we make millions of dollars? Because the more money we can make, the more impact we can have in this world. And you guys hear me talk about this constantly, right? If we have extra money to give to the charities that we need to give to, right? To give to the political candidates that we want to get elected into office. They need all that money behind them. Movements do not move without money. They need money to fund the movements. So if we as women, especially women of color, can become millionaires, imagine the change we can make, right? If we had the money to make the difference. We all, I've heard people say, oh, I wish I had $100,000 to give to that charity, right? I wish. It's all a wish. Why not make it a reality? Because at the end of anything is possible. And I've been able to see that in growing my business. Anything is possible. And a lot of you have seen my journey. A lot of you, when I started, when I left SCIU, to where we are today. And I'm growing by the month, right? But the reason why I'm growing, and this is what I tell my clients, is because I'm more worried about the impact, right? And the results that my clients give more than the money. because you create the impact and the results for your clients, the money will come. Because I get the referrals. People are like, hello, go do Powerhouse Academy. It's a no-brainer, right? So I tell you, serve at a high level. Serve, I overgive, I overcoach, Everybody could call me at any time, all the time.
Chandra practices the ABCs, so it's above, beyond, and be consistent. That's the ABCs of business. She does it every day for us as clients, as friends, because we create a powerhouse family, so don't feel bad for us. And
right.
So
we have a family for sure.
It's a family. And so, and the crazy thing is, and I say this all the time, is that the powerhouse is different because we don't hate, we contribute, but like we extend our hand out. When money is necessary, or when we ask, maybe we need support, we send the money out for each other. We support each other in business. I love that. It's so awesome, and we do it consistently. And we high five each other. We're not like, what is she doing? We're like, girl, what you doing? Can I copy that? Oh, go ahead. And like, all right. And then we have Norman. He's like, do you, boo? And so we're like, that's what we do. And then we're like, okay. And if we need help, we just talk to one of the attorneys. And so, right?
Yeah, we have about 4 attorneys in the Powerhouse Academy. So it's always we have everybody, right, to offer support. Like if Veronica says she's jealous. I know. We wish you were closer to Veronica. Hopefully you can make we're having a retreat. And I gave you guys 2 months notice so you can start saving your money to come to the retreat. We're doing a retreat by the ocean, waterfront, for all Powerhouse. So I'm excited about that. And it's going to be a full weekend of training and fun and just uplifting each other and supporting each other. I'm so excited to do this retreat. And I've been to retreats like this when I first started in this business. And I was like, I can't wait to do this one day for my clients. And we're going to do it. We're going to have a catered dinner and all that stuff. It's going to be really fun. So I'm really excited about that. Yes, Veronica, please work on it. And I'm hoping all the other women that are not in California that are in Powerhouse can make it, because I want everybody there. So I need to know who's going to be there so I can book the house and get it ready and have fun. So anyway, we just wanted to come on here and talk about that. Like, you can replace your income, your full-time income, with your side hustle income. You just have to have a plan and a strategy, right? And if you are in multi-level marketing, are you training and supporting all your team members in order to make money too, right? Because if you have a team, do you know how to coach your team? Right? If you don't know how to coach your team that are under you, they're not going to make no money, or they're going to fall off and not be committed. So you have to have a plan to coach your team, right? To make the money that you want them to make in order to get you to another level. I have never really done an MLM, but you kind of told me a little bit how it works. But you have to be able to coach, and not a lot of people know how to do that.
Not only people don't coach, they don't learn more, right? So they're the same as last year. They don't grow. Again, same as last year. And so if you're doing the same thing as last year, how are you doubling, your income? If you knew some of the girls' numbers, and then, and we have girls and guys, right? You'd be like, how's that possible? It's because there's strategies, and we just copy the same template, right? The business template. And so, and then we help each other. And so it's just, we high five each other, we support each other. We need that tribe. It definitely is helpful. But don't be scared anymore. We're going into new fiscal year. This is, it's new year, new me. And so decide that for yourself, and just stop doing the side hustle and then blowing that, taking it in thousands of dollars, taking it in high levels cash. Why? Because you deserve it. You don't have to do it on a small level. They don't have to be your side gig. It could be your full-time gig, and you got to decide that for yourself. So
yes. Don't settle for less. You don't have to settle for less. You don't have to settle for a job that tells you how much you're worth, when you can create the business and really get paid for what you're worth, right? All that genius and years of experience that you have behind you can definitely turn into a business. You don't have to work for somebody else. So that's what we're preaching on today. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so we just reviewed an article earlier about how minority women of color, by 2060, we're going to be most of the market, most of the workforce.
Entrepreneurs.
Yes, and entrepreneurs. And so are you ready, right? And then we know millions of people are getting laid off. So what are you doing to stay ahead of the curve? We also have a large amount of people retiring. So as that's happening, I know you have an idea. I know you do.
Yeah, so you have to move on your idea, and you have to get the help to get the support you need. If not, you're not going to get it off the ground. You're going to be spinning your wheels year after year trying to figure it out. And I'm not here to sell. I'm not selling Powerhouse. I'm telling you the importance of coaching and teaching you guys how to make your income if you have a side hustle. This was not even meant to promote Powerhouse Academy. That just happens naturally. But it's honestly, you know, you have to have the strategy and the support you need, or you're not going to make it. It's just truth. I would never have made it if I didn't have the support to get me there. You know, learn from people's lessons and the strategy to do it, for people who've done it already, right? And the tools. So any questions? Anybody have anything? I see a lot of comments. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Maria. But thank you for joining us. Let us know if you need anything from us. You know, you have a master class tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Master class on Friday at 12 o'clock.
And what is it on?
You want to learn how to have a commanding presence, and then also learn how to network with the right people. And so I get that question quite often, like, how do you find like the CEOs, the right, you know, the people that write the checks and decisions? And so I typically tell people it's LinkedIn, but it's just, you know, be a great inviter and be very intentional. And so I don't want to meet secretaries, no offense, but unless you're writing a check or you don't make a decision, I don't have time for it. So
how to connect with the decision makers.
Yeah, and it's really about connecting with other people who have the same shared values and who can get you to your destination, and you can also provide the contribution. So you know, you don't want to meet everybody, you want to meet somebody, and that's the difference. And so and then it's what you need. And in business you have to say, so I go, this is what I want and this is when I want it, and you cross it over. That's all you have to say in business. This is what I want. And a lot of women don't say it. This is what I want. This is when I want it. When someone said they wanted their goals by October, I'm like, no, boo, this month, cross it over. And you just got to say it. And they're like, for reals? And I'm like, yeah, girl, Christmas is in July. What's bragging? They're like, I say it like that. And they're like, what do they say? And they go, okay. I'm like, why are you waiting so long? We're trying to bless you this month.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. You're worth it. You already have everything you need. You just need that confidential push, right? And coaching is different. Like every football team has a coach. They don't run around by themselves in those leggings, right? They don't. Good looking guys.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Every team, right? All-stars, players needed a coach. Everybody needed a coach. So think about trainers, right? If you want to get to a certain fitness level, you have to have a trainer, a coach to get you there. So we don't get anywhere by ourselves, right? And that's the mistake everybody makes, is trying to do it on their own and not getting the support they need, not getting the help they need to make it happen. And, you know, we're not trying to sell any fake fraudulent services, right?
Yeah,
we don't do that.
Will tell you,
you know, I will kick somebody out of Powerhouse Academy if they're fraudulent. You know that. I will. If you don't live up to what you say you do in your business, you are out of there. I've done it. I'll kick you out. I'm not playing.
Right.
You got to have some integrity and really be an expert in what you do and not just talk about it. You got to be about it.
Monica says, y'all need a coach.
Yes. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. So anyway, we could go on forever. We have to go get on another call right now, but we'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Bye.